impressive.
And Russell Westbrook gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now here's Nance. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Outstanding decision-making by Ingram there, working it to the open man. Really good possession.
Nice shot by Walker.
Offensively, they've been pretty sharp. 3 for 4 so far.
For New Orleans, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's McCollum. Outside for Ingram. Fires for 3. He can't hit that time. And Los Angeles the other way now. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
Oh, man, they were in total control. Really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. It felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Here's McCollum. The Lakers getting their last shot to go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
And if your team is starting out slower than anticipated, how do you prevent frustration from setting in, Grant?
That's a tough one. I mean, the trick is to try to stay even keel. It's such a long season. You're going to have highs and lows. Just treat this like any other low point at any other time of the year. It should pass.
Putting up a goose egg, bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. At some point, defensively, you have to take something away.
New Orleans calls timeout. Completely new group for the Pelicans. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at the Grizzlies, they're on a roll right now, making their way to the #1 spot.
Checking out the Lakers, they had high expectations for themselves early on, but got off to a rocky start. I think they're hoping to do some course correcting down the line.
Now here's Hayes. 9 points for him in his last game. Here's Alvarado. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Can they get it? The kick out to Graham. Shot clock at 5. And the Pelicans miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 7 and looking good. Here's Christie. Again, the Lakers score.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Hayes. Out to the right wing. From 9 feet. And there's Graham. That one's good. The assist by Hayes.
Even though he's 6'1", 6'2", Graham is not afraid to try to score inside. He plays with great aggressiveness.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And here are the Pelicans now. The Lakers getting their last shot to go.
And they caused a lot of headaches with their on-ball defense. They cracked the top 10 in team steals. More than a few games changed because of their aggressive D.
And what saved them in a lot of games, the second chance points. They were relentless on the offensive glass. Now here's Graham. And finished off by Graham.
If anything, Graham is confident and aggressive. I mean, that's the attack mindset you enjoy seeing him have.
It's stolen. Here's Alvarado. Walker covering. And Alvarado gets it to go.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Christie. Yes. Great play by Walker to set it up. He's got 6.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Hernan Gomez. Murphy. Here's Hayes. Count that one.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
The Lakers in the lead and out of bounds. New Orleans will have it.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And the Lakers making a change here. Reeves is checked in. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Graham on the attack. Horton Tucker grabs the miss. Pass to Toscano Anderson from 11 feet away. It's not going to go for him. Here's Murphy. From deep three-point range. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by a healthy 8 points at the end. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from the Lakers, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Okay, on the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. We've got Brandon Ingram. Larry Nance is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Herb Jones, and it's Alvarado in at the one. Now here's Ingram. Last game we saw him with 32 points. And the shot goes. Nance has got his first 2 points of the night.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And when Pelicans fans watch what Ingram has become, it takes the sting out of the Anthony Davis trade, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, Ingram has grown into a full-fledged star in New Orleans. I mean, he's a centerpiece for the franchise going forward. Now, looking back, it seems like it was a win-win trade for both teams.
And he gets that one.
Smooth reverse. He knew just what he was doing there.
Los Angeles shooting an out-of-this-world 77%. Here's Horton Tucker. And slam dunk by James.
Boom! LeBron. He still got major bounce and force on the fly.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ingram.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Lakers. McCollum, he's checked in for the Pelicans. It's James on the wing. Defended by Jones. And counted. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And you look at the career that LeBron has put together. One of the all-time greats. Amazingly lived up to the hype he had coming out of high school.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And the immense pressure LeBron has had since day one of the NBA. Many others would have folded, Grant.
Yeah, very true, B.A. The expectations he had were just insane. Anything less than a top 5 player all time would be a disappointment. That's not fair to ask of any player coming into the league, much less a high schooler.
And C.J. McCollum getting more on-ball action after his move away from Portland, Grant.
And McCollum has showed that's where he's best. Great at breaking down defenders and setting up others. He looks very natural as the primary playmaker.
It really doesn't matter what position LeBron is playing, the point, the 4 or the 5, James changes games with his passing ability.
Now here's McCollum. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
That's a great question, B.A. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Gabriel, he's checked in for the Lakers. Nunn comes in for Walker. Here's James, and that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists in the game.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Now here's Jones. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Nance with it. Back to Jones from the arc. They get the rebound.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
James, that's good. James has got 16 points. And it looks like we've got an injury on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
Brown, he's checked in for James. McCollum outside. Here's Ingram. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ingram's got 4 points in the quarter.
We know CJ can score it, but the passing component of his game, I mean, McCollum's really upgraded it. And we've heard LeBron James say he's obsessed with win or bust. And this Lakers franchise certainly has that same approach. But aside from their 2020 title, there's been a lot of frustration. Now, can he and the Lakers get back where they expect to be?
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the NBA expanding its footprint through video games. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, there's an opportunity to capture a new kind of fan who isn't currently watching our games but enjoys playing NBA 2K. By learning about the players and the teams, they're more likely to engage in the live product. Brian?
Yeah, it goes hand in hand, Allie. Thanks. And a new group getting ready for the Pelicans. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Valanciunas. Hayes comes in for Nance. Murphy, he's checked in for Jones. And Devontae Graham is subbed in for McCollum. Hernan Gomez gets the bucket. Hernan Gomez has gotten his first points of the night.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knocks out. But looks like they're putting it together right now.
The Pelicans have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Fires it from 18. Second chance shot. And Hernan Gomez with the lay-in. Hernan Gomez has gotten his second bucket.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Here's Murphy. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. To the paint. Here's Hayes. Rejected by Brown. It's Brown on the wing. Driving in. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got his 6th assist of the night. Ingram, the pass to Hayes. The Lakers with a rebound. Their first chance this season playing the Pelicans.
Yes, the first of 4 meetings between the teams. They should be quite familiar with one another by the end of it.
You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this could be an interesting matchup this season. This first game will tell us a lot.
Graham, that's good.
Great drive to the rack that time. Just another way Graham can beat defenders. Can't give him a lane or he'll make you pay.
Here's Gabriel. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic 2-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And that one drops.
And Another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Gabriel. Good work there as it goes. 6 points for him.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop.
Thanks very much, Allie.
In the Western Conference, Luka Doncic. Now let's talk about our game tonight. A nightmare of a first half for the New Orleans Pelicans. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
All right, time for an injury report. And now Allie LaForce has an update for us on LeBron. What's the news, Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report update from LA's head athletic trainer. Apparently, that knee was twisted pretty severely. No torn ligaments, but still significant pain and swelling. His return to the court won't happen tonight, and likely not for a while after that. Guys?
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And the Lakers have possession. Johnson is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Juan Toscano-Anderson. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3. That's the Laker 5.
Yeah, bottom line for this Pelican squad, they need to get better on the defensive end. They may have to get more 3-and-D type of guys on this roster.
Valanciunas, that one no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home, and they'll be reaching the back half of a 4-game home stretch. Here's Johnson, and the layup falls. Johnson's got 7 points. All right, so about the Pelicans, what has been holding them back?
Well, B.A., it's definitely not the offense, especially with the healthy Zion. If they can find a way to have greater consistency on the defensive end, then they can take a big step as a franchise. Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Toscano-Anderson gets the bucket.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
To the middle. And finished off by Davis.
Well, you describe AD's games and you start running out of superlatives. I mean, when this guy is healthy, he dominates in a different fashion, but in similar ways to Tim Duncan.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
They're really working the paint now.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Reeves is checked in for Horton Tucker, and it's Walker in for Bryant. Alvarado's checked in for the Pelicans.
And just one of the most impressive titles in league history, guys. The 2020 Lakers winning it all in the Orlando bubble. A testament to LeBron James and that team.
Valanciunas, good. He has 6.
I like it. An old school 5. Jonas primarily does his scoring close in.
For Los Angeles, they've gone an impressive 5 of 5 so far in the third quarter. Oh, stolen by Nance. Here's Alvarado. And it's blocked by Davis.
Davis's anticipation and timing so good at the defensive end. This guy is a shot blocking machine.
You know, that 2020 bubble title for the Lakers, what made it so difficult?
You know, B.A., the mental grind of all that time in the bubble. 3 months in the same place. NBA players are used to being in 4 cities in a week. So it really was a different kind of challenge for them.
New Orleans calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of every game, in every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
You know what time it is? T-shirt time.
And the Pelicans will go for a different look here. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Valanciunas. Hayes comes in for Nance. Murphy, he's checked in for Jones. And Devontae Graham is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And they ended up in the top 10 in shooting percentage. A nice place to be. They did a nice job of running their offense.
And they really love to push the ball, finishing in the top 5 in fast break points. They were a fun team to watch. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Westbrook. Here's Davis. Tipped. Over Hernan Gomez. Davis. That's good. Davis has got 9.
Well, Davis, one of the hardest working and best rebounders in the NBA, showing you great effort that time.
Pass to Hayes. Graham for 3. He buries it from 3. He's got 9.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's Christie, and out of bounds, the Pelicans will take it. Here's a look at what's coming up for the New Orleans Pelicans. On Friday, they'll go up against Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Walker for 3. The Pelicans